A's Extra.
Welcome back to the Anglers Extra pregame show. The Anglers and the Orleans Firebirds set to face off for the 4th time this season, and it's time for the Manager Show. I'm Josh Schaefer, joined by A's manager Tom Holliday. Coach, your team is in the midst of a 4-game win streak. How do you think your team's done over the course of these last 4?
Well, I think it's a case of taking what they give you and pitch. You know, we've had a little magic, a little late inning magic. We've had some guys that have understood now that they're not here to hit home runs, and they're starting to hit line drives. And really, I tried to explain this last night, but I think they've actually started to like each other, become a team. I mean, they didn't know each other. You know, they show up and then they kind of hang, and then all of a sudden, sooner or later, it clicks in that, you know, if we're here, we may as well go ahead and try to win this thing. And that's when they become a team instead of just individually trying to play the game, which is a really weird dynamic of this league. So I think now our guys are showing up. They're tired, they're worn down, but you know they're just playing baseball. They're playing one inning at a time, and nothing's too big for them. And I think they're all pretty talented. I don't know that we're as powerful as we were last year, but I think we're as talented as we were. And now when a guy gets a day off, he understands it's a day off. It's not a slam on his talent that he didn't play every day. I don't want anybody to play every day. I don't want them dragging. I want them to enjoy this. So I think it's just that. And again, we've been pitching really good. So pitching will win up here.
You said a couple times in the first few weeks of the season that you didn't have a team. You had a collection of bodies, a collection of talent, and now you're saying you have a team. When did that click for you, and when did that click for the team?
I think when we had our losing streak. I think 3 days in a row we left the ballpark in a wrong frame of mind, and you know, I challenged the guys that came from great programs that, hey, I know darn well you don't learn how to lose where you go to school. So I'm not going to accept losing. I'm not going to teach you how to lose. This thing will turn around. And we were hitting a lot of balls hard right at people. So all the sayings come out about you just got to be patient. It'll turn around, you know. Well, I think you turn it around with talent. And I think, again, at the same time, we were really struggling with getting the middle of the batting order established. And then all of a sudden it started taking shape with Terrell and O'Gwen, and then we get Garza. And, you know, then all of a sudden the middle's locked in. Now you go from the top, which Polkovich has been good all summer. Ramirez has been good all summer. So before you know it, now we're pretty good all in 1 through 9. And that's all I was trying to do to begin with. You know, it'd be nice to have a Torkelson in the middle. We had a Torkelson in the middle, you know, but he left. And when he left, we were 4-1. So he does make a difference. But the bottom line is when he leaves, you got to rebuild the middle of the order. And I think we've done that.
Ben Ramirez and Jorge Arenas. You mentioned Ramirez. Jorge and Ben both back for a second season. They struggled a little bit at the plate last year, not so much defensively. And now this year, they're 2 of your more consistent hitters. What changed for them?
I think Benny's just gotten bigger and stronger. I think he's just his hands are stronger than they were last year. His durability's better. Jorge Arenas is a baseball guy. George Arenas could play third, short, second, first, catch. He could go out in the outfield if you throw him out there. When he wakes up in the morning, he just likes to play baseball. He's going to be a great complement to some pro team as an organizational player. Does that mean he won't play in the big leagues? No, I didn't say that. You know, he at times can really swing the bat, but he's strong and he's smart. He's a coach's kid. He's one of those guys that he's going to be in baseball for a long time. If he doesn't make it as a player, he's going to make it as a coach. And I'm just glad he came back as a senior, you know, to be next year. And he gives me backup everywhere. But hey, he's so good right now that, you know, when I give him a day off, he says, I really don't need it, but I'll take it. And then, you know, you put him back in, and he has helped set the example for the younger kids. Because I got a couple of freshmen up here that this might be a little bit quick for him to be in this league. And he's explained to him that playing every day here will just beat you up. And so, again, that second-year thing is really important. You probably picked the 2 guys that I would say are the leadership of this ball club.
Well, they both came back for a second year. Jorge is a senior, and they're both Cape League All-Stars in 2019. Today, your team faces off with the Orleans Firebirds, and Kelly Nicholson is throwing Adam Seminarist, a lefty from Long Beach State, who you've seen before. You let the guys know that by writing it right on the lineup card. What did you see from your team on July 3rd against Seminarist?
Well, we hit him a little bit. We couldn't nail him. we got him in trouble, couldn't nail him, and we're a little different now with Garza. Paxton Wallace has become really good against left-hand pitching. So, not that I'm going to overload it, but it's a night to give some of our left-hand hitters a night off and go with those righties. But after the 5th inning tonight, we're going to go with our best defensive ball club and just try to win out of our bullpen. So, Seminarist is. He's probably what I need, because I need to know if we're going to hit lefties. I mean, we really have not done that. So it's a second chance at the same guy. And we'll see. We'll see if this lineup works. I'm kind of anxious to play this one tonight.
Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck today against the Firebirds.
You bet.
Well, Cooper Boardman was there on July 3rd when the Anglers faced off with the Firebirds and Adam Seminarist. Coop, what'd you think about the lefty?